any age, and you can find a place where you belong, you can find a place to sing in, and it builds community in this beautiful way. And of all of the instruments, we are the only one that gets to bring text to life. And when we have these composers who spend their lives dedicating themselves to how we say these words and how we bring them to life, it creates meaning for us. And so as we're working today, I want you to think about this text. I want you to think about the pieces of this text that really matter to you and really stand out to you so that you can find some way to create meaning, and think about how you can take that meaningful text into the world, not just as a singer, but as a person, so that we are more conscientious of what we say, how we say it, and the impact that words have.
I think it's really fun. I like learning new songs and meeting new people. It shows how, like, the words show how it can be together and gives it strength when we're singing it.
I think it's amazing that we're supporting Adams 12 because music is such a lifeline to health and to um, the kids, and knowing that they can sing for the rest of their lives or just today or whenever they need it. So I'm glad that we can help support school systems.
I'm just so excited about Treble Festival because I think it's first time for like big choir, and it's like so interesting. Um, the music and text is a good combining. I feel it's really good, and behind the song is have meaning. This is very important to know to learn the music, and I think it can lead to the culture, to the memories, and I think that's really cool about music.
The Treble Fest is a very important event for me because I get to share music with all different types of people from different generations, different walks of life, all sorts of things. And that's something that I'm really passionate about, is sharing my music with other people. And I think this event, more than even other festivals that I've been a part of, is very impactful for that because we bring our whole community together. When I was in high school, I didn't know how I was going to incorporate music into my life as an adult. And, for me, high school was only maybe 7 years ago. I don't think I ever would have imagined being where I'm at because there's not always a lot of pathways that you can see clearly from that vantage point. We started doing our first treble festival, and I thought, wow, I really needed this as a high schooler. And I think it's really cool that we're able to provide that to Adams 12 students and get them involved in something that not everyone gets to be participating in.
My favorite part has just been able to learn all of the music with your own voice group, and then being able to put it all together and hear the final product of it. Also how we were able to interpret what the text actually meant helped build each other's understanding of what we're doing.
Yeah, it's been really fun. The music has been challenging, but it's really beautiful, and it really makes you kind of stretch your musical prowess and just enjoy being in the moment with other singers whom they have never met before and try to produce something that's great at the end. I think it's important for the youth to see that there are still people doing choir even after graduating. For myself personally, I hadn't done choir in about a decade after graduating college, and I joined a community choir so that I can get back into something that I've loved my entire life. So I think it's important for the youth to see that it's still possible to join choirs and sing and just like have that moment and that freedom that singing brings throughout your entire life.
I think this is a great opportunity for students to sing with all different generations. We have lots of different age groups and lots of different abilities here. So it's a great exposure to chorus throughout your life.
Yeah, and busy kids are happy kids. And they learn from us being, an older generation who's been around a choir for a little while. And so it's good for them in so many ways.
I love it so much. I really like being with a big group of a bunch of different ages so that you can see different perspectives on singing. In the writing exercise that we did, we read through a bunch of lyrics of poems that were used to make the songs that we sing, and we picked out ones that were important to us. I think it was to help us to feel more with the songs.
We have some really cool pieces this year. I think in particular the selection of music that's focused on text and on poetry and on words that are meaningful, I think has really brought a lot of us together in the music and is helping us connect to it in a way that's really meaningful. I think choir was such an important part of my life growing up, and I think it's such a formative experience for so many young people, and to be able to help them see that that's not something that has to be done when you graduate from high school or when you graduate from college. I think it's really critical, and to be able to involve students from Adams 12 in our programming today is just, it's part of that puzzle and helping extend the lifespan of choral music and helping kids feel really connected to other adults in the community. I think it's always really good for kids. I think the more we have other adults and support networks for students in Adams 12, the more that helps build students up and help them be successful.
Yeah, Treble Fest is really cool. I got here and I was listening to the rehearsals and I was blown away. Everyone's doing their part above and beyond, listening to the instructor. And I'm just very impressed because I sing in high school choir, and it kind of shows you that there's levels to, like vocal performances. It isn't just straight out singing. There's different mechanics you use with your voice to make it sound like this, or like you got to make it sound free flowing. And I feel like it's just really cool to hear that firsthand over here. I think if you're into vocal performances, this is really good for you to realize that you could sound like that. If you look at like poetry, like sometimes a song will have like a poem that you can read before singing it. I think that really helps you understand how the piece is set in tone. Like sometimes a piece, the poem will be about empowerment. That kind of tells you that this song is to be sung in an empowering way and to motivate the audience in a way. Understanding the piece helps you be able to tell the story of the song.